Good evening and assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Zara Mustafa. I'm a research associate at Research and Policy Integration for Development Rapid. I welcome you all to today's episode of our monthly webinar series called Deep Dive Analytical Perspectives on Economic Development. Today we have with us two passionate young researchers, Mr. Rizwanul Haq, who is a PhD student in economics at the Texas Tech University of USA, and Mr. Saiful Islam, who is a research associate at Rapid. This webinar series is brought to you by Rapid in association with the UK FCDO. So in today's session, Mr. Mohammad Rizwanul Haq is going to share about his research work in leveraging microdata in Bangladesh, and Mr. Saiful Islam is going to share about whether quality matters for Bangladesh in gaining higher prices for apparel exports in the EU and the USA markets. Considering the power outages and internet issues following the storm yesterday, we have a considerably impressive number of participants here with us. And I must appreciate that. And I must say that you all must be very passionate about research and willing to learn, which is why you're here. And we can assure you that from today's session, you are definitely going to learn something new and it's going to be very insightful. So before we move on to our speakers, I would request our Honorable Executive Director, Dr. Yusuf, to share the opening remarks with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zara. I would like to welcome you all to this our regular monthly webinar series. So basically, the objective of this series to enhance the capacity of the young researcher, and also not only to participate in this webinar and also to make a presentation. Always we welcome our young researcher from different university, both home and abroad, and also from any local university also outside Dhaka. So this is our regular webinar series on different economic issues, development issues. We are doing this seminar. I think based on our previous experience, this is a very useful opportunity for the young researcher. So as mentioned by Zara, and all of you know that we have two young researchers today. I must congratulate Mr. Rizwanul Haq and Mr. Saiful for their presentation. Hope we will come up a good presentation at the end. And if you have any question, and also if you are willing to present your case in future webinar series, you are most welcome to contact us. So having said this, I welcome you again to this webinar, and thank you very much for your participation. Zara, over to you.
Thank you so much, Yusuf sir. Now I would request our Honorable Research Director, Deen Islam, Dr. Deen Islam sir, to take over and moderate the session.
Thank you, Zara. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
We can hear you.
Thank you. Good evening to everyone, and thank you for joining us today. So, as Zara mentioned, we have two exciting speakers today. They'll talk about different aspects of research. And as Yusuf sir was saying, this platform is for young researchers to connect them with their fellow young researchers who are doing their PhD in other countries and in Bangladesh, and also the young researchers who are doing some exciting research, so that you have some idea how to formulate a research idea, how to execute it, and how to write, and how to do the analysis. So having said that, our two speakers, Mohammad Rizwanul Islam and Saiful Islam. So we will have 20 minutes each for their talk, for their presentation. And following their two presentations, we'll have our open discussion. You can note down your question. Once we finish the presentation, we can have this open discussion, and you can give your feedback, your comment and suggestion or any observation you would like to share with the presenters. So having said that, let me invite Mohammed Rezwanul Haq for his talk.
Uh, Hi everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me. Um, I'm Rizwan. I'm currently doing my PhD at Texas Tech University. Though I spent a lot of time studying economics, here I am again. Texas Tech is studying economics. So, um, economics in general, all over the world, right now is more into data. So today's topic, I'll be mostly focusing on my experiences in Bangladesh, because when I was in Bangladesh, I got to work with a lot of micro data sets. That was actually the most important phase of my life, and kind of built me to come to this stage. So I hope you are here with me for 30 minutes, and the 30 minutes will not be a waste. So um, let me start sharing my screen. Okay. Um, can you see me? Can you see my slides? Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Perfect. Okay, great. So um, I just wanted to keep things very simple because it's a monthly webinar. And I think this conversation is being recorded. So I hope I can give 5 to 10 minutes in English, and then I will move to Bengali if you don't mind. Oh, all right. So um, micro data sets are very necessary for applied economists to mostly create evidence. And micro data sets are like gold. And if you can work with them, your future research is the future is very bright. All right. And there are a lot of models, a lot of applied econometrics models, those who come across explaining micro data sets. So the importance of micro data sets are like no brainer. You know it, like everybody can use micro data sets. So the advantage of micro data sets are when you collect macro level data from, for example, inflation rate or GDP rate, if you want to calculate any impact, probably microdata sets gives you more holistic. Um, I will also give you some idea about what kind of microdata sets are currently available in Bangladesh to work. So I am assuming that the given my audiences are mostly young and undergraduate researchers. So I'm explaining from the very bottom. So, okay, before starting this session, I was just trying to find out what kind of Google Scholars say. So in Google Scholars from until 2024, I have found out around 9,000 publication has published only mentioning HIAS. HIAS is Household Income Expenditure Survey, which is in Bangladesh, and relatively higher in LFS, Labor Force Survey, and one of the highest use was in BIHS. So around 10,000 publication, which was somehow have keywords of their BIHS. So, and most of these keywords has been published in probably +1 journals. And most of these journals, which I have shown in this, around like Q1. So these are top journals that's mostly being published with. So you can see the gravity of these kind of data sets are. These are really important. So having equipped your toolkit to have analyzed data are really necessary. So all of this discussion of today, I will be trying to focus on IS, LFS, and BIHS. So let's move on to the next slide. So what is HIAS? HIAS is a household income expenditure survey done by BBS. Uh, BBS has been doing this for quite a long time, right? But most accessible to BBS waves from 2000, 2005, 2010, 2016, and 2021, which is a recent one. And they're not same households over the years. Okay, I think I should better move on to Bangla. Let's try to focus more and আপনাদের সবাইকে একসাথে জিনিসটাকে সহজে উপস্থাপন করতে পারলে আমার মনে হয়। সো হায়েসের 5টা ওয়েভ আছে এবং প্রত্যেকটা ওয়েভের 5 বছর করে গ্যাপ থাকে এবং আহ, এই ধরনের গ্যাপে সাধারণত হাউসহোল্ড নাম্বার কখনোই ওদের এক হয় না। ওদের কি ভেরিয়েবলস গুলো হচ্ছে বেসিক্যালি হাউসহোল্ড সাইজ, হাউসহোল্ড হেড, অ্যান্ড মোস্টলি ইনকাম অ্যান্ড পভার্টি। দ্যাটস দ্য মেইন লাইক গো টু ফর হায়েস। অ্যান্ড আপনি হায়েস থেকে অনেক কিছু ডেরাইভ করতে পারবেন, লাইক কনজামশন প্যাটার্ন, সেভিং প্যাটার্ন, হেলথ। সো অনেক বড় একটা ডেটা সেটস হায়েস কভার করে এবং ওদের স্যাম্পলিং মেথড এবং টার্গেট is like established enough. Though there are some questions, but they're established enough to start আমাদের আমাদের মতো ইয়াং রিসার্চারদের জন্য। সো যেহেতু এটা হাউসহোল্ড লেভেলে করেছে, আপনাদেরকে যখন এই ডেটাটা আপনারা হাতে পাবেন, আপনাদেরকে বেসিক্যালি হাউসহোল্ড লেভেলের ডেটাটা ড্রপ করতে হবে। সো এবং 2010, 2000, 2005, 2010 অল অফ দিস ইয়ার্সে আপনাদের অনেক কিছু চেঞ্জ হতে পারে। ফর এক্সাম্পল জেলা চেঞ্জ হতে পারে, তো জেলায় চেঞ্জ হয় না, নর্মালি ইউনিয়ন লেভেল থেকে চেঞ্জ হতে পারে, ইউনিয়ন, উপজেলা, এগুলা মেজরিটি চেঞ্জ হয়। সো আপনারা যদি রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ ইউনিয়ন করতে চান, সেক্ষেত্রে আপনাদের একটা কমন ইউনিয়ন আইডেন্টিফায়ার। সো এগুলা এক্সপ্লেইন করতে হলে নেক্সট আরেকটা স্লাইডে আমি করব। সো বেসিক্যালি আপনারা যদি কোনো ধরনের ইনকাম রিলেটেড ভ্যারিয়েবল খুঁজতে চান, IS is a very good go-to, right? Second is BIHS. Okay, sorry, there is a typo. BIHS are probably one of the আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে রিসার্চারদের জন্য one of the best gold mine, because BIHS এর মধ্যে সেম হাউসহোল্ড কন্টিনিউ করেছে ওভার দ্য ইয়ার্স, রাইট? এবং ওদের সেম হাউসহোল্ড 5,000 হাউসহোল্ড অলওয়েজ কন্টিনিউ করছে, দো সাম অফ দ্য হাউসহোল্ড হ্যাজ স্প্লিট, বাট দিস ইজ এ গুড গো টু। এবং বিআইএইচএস এর ওয়েব আছে 2011, 15 এবং 18। আমি শিওর না ওরা আবার করবে কিনা, আমার মনে হয় বন্ধ করে দিয়েছে। ইটস ডান বাই ইফপ্রি। ওকে, এখানে মূলত আপনি এগ্রিকালচারাল অনেক কিছু পাবেন, ইনকাম সোর্স পাবেন, ফুড এক্সপেন্ডিচার পাবেন। অলসো আপনি যদি চান এখান থেকে পভার্টি জেনারেট করতে পারবেন, উইচ আই হ্যাভ ডান ইট। অ্যান্ড অলসো আপনি যদি চান এখান থেকে ইনকাম পভার্টি জেনারেট করবেন বেসিক্যালি এক্সপেন্ডিচার থ্রুতে, রাইট? সো এখানকার ইনকামের থ্রুতে পভার্টি জেনারেট হবে। সো ইটস ডিফারেন্ট প্যারাডাইম। All right, let's go to the next another thing which is more fascinating, which is labor force. So why I wrote highest is labor force basically BBS এর একটা survey which was done in 2010, 2013, 2016, 17 quarterly, and recent একটা হচ্ছে 2022, right? সো এমপ্লয়মেন্ট স্ট্যাটাস আছে আপনার, মানুষের জব ক্লাসিফিকেশন আছে, ওয়ার্কিং আওয়ার্স আছে। এখানে অনেক ধরনের ভেরিয়েবল আছে যেগুলো মোস্টলি লেবার ইকোনমিক্স এর জন্য ফ্যাসিনেটিং। এবং আমার কাছে ওয়ান অফ দ্য ফ্যাসিনেটিং টুল হচ্ছে সেন্সাস, বিকজ ইকোনমিক সেন্সাস ইকোনমিক্স এর জন্য ওয়ান অফ দি মোস্ট ইম্পর্টেন্ট ভেরিয়েবল দেয়, সেটা হচ্ছে স্ট্যাবলিশমেন্ট। কোথায় স্ট্যাবলিশমেন্ট আছে, যেমন ধরেন আমি এখন আমেরিকার একটা ওয়ান অফ দি রুরাল এলাকায় আছি, যেটাকে বলে লাদাখ। এই এলাকায় বেসিক্যালি আপনার তেমন কোনো এস্টাবলিশমেন্ট নাই। বাংলাদেশ যেরকম মোস্ট ডেন্স, লাইক ঢাকা, আপনি এখন উবার অর্ডার করলে উইদিন 5 minutes ইউ আর গেটিং আ উবার। বাট আমার মতো এখানে ভিলেজে ইটস নট পসিবল। বাট ইনফ্যাক্ট ইনফ্যাক্ট আমেরিকার ওয়ান অফ দি রাইট নাও যে ডায়াগ্রামটা হচ্ছে ইজ লাইক মোস্ট অফ দি প্রাইস সিস্টেমস আর ডান বাই এআই। সো যেমন ধরেন আপনি যদি একটা পার্কিং লটে পার্ক করেন, আহ, আহ, ওখানে যদি হালকা জ্যাম থাকে, within 1 minute the petrol price is going to change. So all pricing systems has been priced by AIs. But এই জিনিসগুলো সম্ভব হয়েছে যখন আমরা আমাদের এস্টাবলিশমেন্টকে ট্র্যাক করতে পারছি পারফেক্টলি। আমাদের যে ধরেন আমেরিকার সব এস্টাবলিশমেন্টই ট্র্যাক করা যায়। আমেরিকার সেন্সাসে আপনার খুব সুন্দর, কিন্তু বাংলাদেশের সেন্সাসটা 10 বছর পর পর হয়। 2001-এ হয়েছে, 2013-এ হয়েছে, এবং রিসেন্ট আরেকটা হচ্ছে, রাইট? সো ইকোনমিক সেন্সাসের কি ভেরিয়েবল বাংলাদেশের ক্ষেত্রে বেসিক্যালি এমপ্লয়মেন্টটা একটু ডিফারেন্ট। ওখানে টিপি টোটাল এমপ্লয়মেন্ট বলে, মানে একটা ফার্মে কতটুকু আছে, ধরেন কতগুলো এমপ্লয়মেন্ট আছে, সেটার জাস্ট নাম্বার আছে। ওখানে নাই যে কি ধরনের এমপ্লয়মেন্ট ওখানে আছে, রাইট? সো এখান থেকে আপনি পাবেন কতগুলো কাউন্ট, ইউ ক্যান গেট কাউন্টস অন এমপ্লয়মেন্ট ইন্ডাস্ট্রি। সো ওকে, আই এম রানিং আউট অফ টাইম। ওকে, এরপর আছে পপুলেশন সেন্সাসে আপনি জাস্ট মানুষের ডেমোগ্রাফিক পাবেন, ধর্ম পাবেন, রিলিজন আছে, আম, উম, বাসস্থান আছে, দেন আছে আপনার হাউস হোল্ড নাম্বার। এই খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট জিনিস। এই জিনিসগুলো লাগে কারণ হচ্ছে যখন আপনি দুটো ডেটা সেট নিয়ে কাজ করবেন, তখন আপনার সামহাউ এস্টাবলিশমেন্ট ডেটাটা কোথাও পাওয়া যায় না, হাইসে পাওয়া যায় না আপনার, বিকজ রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ পাওয়া যায় না, রাইট? সো এটাকে মার্জ করতে, এবং এই মার্জ করাটাই একটা 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 কষ্টসাধ্য বিষয়। আপনাদেরকে আমি দেখাচ্ছি। নেক্সট, অ্যাকচুয়ালি প্রিপেয়ারিং এ মাইক্রো ডেটা সেটস, রাইট? ওকে, প্রিপেয়ারিং এ মাইক্রো ডেটা সেটস আর ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। সো আপনাকে আমি কিছুটা এক্সাম্পল দিব। আমি যখন এই মাইক্রো ডেটা সেট প্রিপেয়ার করা শুরু করেছিলাম, বাংলাদেশি স্টেটা ইউজ হতো a lot. I used to use স্টেটা টু, এখনো করি সামটাইম। এবং আমার um, let me just go to, let me just go to the next. আমি যে পেপারটা পাবলিশ করেছি, ওকে ওকে, সো these are kind of codings that আপনাদের সবাইকে করতে হবে এখানে টু ক্লিন দ্য ডেটা, রাইট? প্রথমে আপনার, বিকজ আপনারা যদি কোনো পেপার লিখতে চান, আপনাদের ডেফিনেটলি একটা কোড ম্যানুয়াল আপনাদেরকে সেন্ড করতে হয়। এই জিনিসগুলো আপনাদের ডু ফাইলে অবশ্যই থাকবে। আপনারা যতই কোড করেন, কিপ কিপ দিস ইন ইউর ডু ফাইল। সো ডু ফাইলটা সুন্দর হলে আই থিঙ্ক কাজ করেও মজা। প্রথমে আসি আপনাদের ডু ফাইলে, আমি পুরাটা যাব না, খুবই কুইকলি যাব। প্রথমে আসি, আপনাদেরকে ডিক্লেয়ার করতে হবে আপনাদের আপনাদের সিডি, মানে আপনাদের ড্রাইভে কোথায় ফাইলগুলো আছে, রাইট? এরপর আপনার ক্লিনিং শুরু করতে হবে। ক্লিনিং এর মধ্যে আছে আপনার বেসিক্যালি হাউস হোল্ডকে ড্রপ করা, হাউস হোল্ডকে ইউনিক আইডেন্টিফায়ার দেওয়া, রাইট? এরপরে আপনার আহ, মানে আপনার এখানে অনেক ধরনের ক্লিনিং টেকনিক্স আমি ইউজ করেছি। সো আপনারা এগুলো ইজিলি ইন্টারনেটে পাবেন, এআই তে পাবেন। So অনেক অনেক জায়গায় আছে। আমি আপনার এই জায়গায় দেখতে পারেন যে আমি হাইএস এর সাথে ইকোনমিক সেন্সাসের ইউনিয়ন লেভেলে মার্ক করেছি, যেটা হচ্ছে আপনার, আমি ইকোনমিক
Bhaiya,
সেন্সাসকে
Bhaiya, sorry to interrupt you. Are you sharing your screen and showing the do files?
ইয়েস,
Uh,
দেখা যাচ্ছে না?
sorry, that is not visible.
ওয়েট,
I
আই
think
এম
you're sharing just one tab. Wait a minute.
ওকে, অলরাইট, ক্যান ইউ সি মাই ডু ফাইলস? আমি এখন
Yes,
অনেক দূর চলে,
yes,
অলরাইট।
now it's visible. Yes.
আচ্ছা, থ্যাংক ইউ ফর ইনফর্মিং। ডু ফাইল যখন আপনারা বানাবেন, তখন আবার আসি যে বেসিক্যালি আপনাদের একটা ইন্ট্রোডাকশন হওয়াটা ভালো, এবং অল দ্য লেবেলিং বললে I think it's up to you. It's your own way to do it. But আমি যেটা দেখাচ্ছিলাম সেটা হচ্ছে মার্জিং, রাইট? which is very very important. মার্চ করতে চাইলে, আপনারা যদি মার্চ করতে চান, আমি কেন মার্চ করেছিলাম, বিকজ আমাদের পেপারে আমাদের এস্টাবলিশমেন্ট ভেরিয়েবলটা সেন্সাস থেকে আনার দরকার ছিল। সো আমি সেন্সাসে আমরা ইউনিয়ন লেভেলে যেহেতু করেছি, হায়েস্টে সব ইউনিয়ন সার্ভে করেন। সো অ্যারাউন্ড আমরা পেয়েছি 2200টা ইউনিয়ন দ্যাট হ্যাজ ম্যাচড উইথ দ্য ইউনিয়নস অফ ইকোনমিক সেন্সাস অন 2013, বিকজ ওই বছরগুলোতে হায়েস্টের এই এই কোড গুলা, লাইক দিস আর দ্য কোডস অফ ইউনিয়নস, এই কোড গুলা ম্যাচ করাটা ডিফিকাল্ট। সো আপনাকে অনেক কষ্ট করে ম্যানুয়ালি ম্যাচ করতে হবে, বাট ইটস ডুয়েবল, রাইট? সো এখানে কিছু শেপ করা আছে, দেন আপনি অ্যাপেন্ড করবেন, দেন ইফ ইউ ওয়ান্ট সামারি টেবলস, দেন রিগ্রেশন রেজাল্টস, রাইট? সো এভাবে করে আপনাদেরকে একটা ডু ফাইলস মেনটেন করতে হবে এবং ক্লিনিং করতে হবে। এবং ডাটা ক্লিনিং পার্টটাই আই থিঙ্ক দ্য মোস্ট ইম্পর্টেন্ট পার্ট অফ এনি রিসার্চ স্টার্ট। আপনারা যখন ডেটাটা রেডি হয়ে যাবে, তখন আপনারা রিসার্চটা স্লোলি শুরু করতে পারবেন এবং আহ, এভাবেই আর কি রিসার্চটা আসে। সো যদি ফিউচারে কোনো সুযোগ হয়, আই ক্যান এক্সপ্লেইন মোর অন দিস কোডস, রাইট? আই থিঙ্ক আমার আরেকটা জিনিস বলার কথা ছিল, আমার যে পেপারটা, রাইট? আমি আমার না আসলে actually আমি আসলে ভুল করছি। আমাদের পেপার মানে আমরা যাদের সাথে কাজ করেছি, বেসিক্যালি ডক্টর কাজী ইকবাল স্যার অ্যান্ড পবন ভাই, আমি, শশী আপু, আমরা তিনজন প্রায় করোনার টাইমে প্রায় অ্যারাউন্ড 2 বছর ধরে এই পেপারটা লিখেছি। সো ইটস রিয়েলি টাইম কনজিউমিং। সো আপনারা চাইলে কিন্তু একটা পেপার হুট করে বের করতে পারবেন। পেপারের জন্য অনেক কাজ করা লাগে, ইন্টেন্সিভ কাজ করা লাগে, এবং দ্যাট পেপার রিয়েলি হিট ইন এ গুড জার্নাল ইফ ইউ ডু ইন্টেন্সিভ। সো ইন্টেন্সিভ ওয়ার্ক করা লাগে। সো আমার যেই পেপারটা সেট সেটা আমি ডাউনলোড করে রেখেছি প্রবাবলি। লেট মি জাস্ট go to here. Wait, is it? I think this. Okay. Okay. আপনারা দেখতে পাচ্ছেন? Is it visible? না.
No, Bhaiya, it's not.
Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, it's visible now.
সো আমাদের পেপারটা, আমাদের মূল উদ্দেশ্য ছিল যে দেখা যে কিভাবে নন ফার্ম অ্যাক্টিভিটি আমাদের মাইগ্রেশনকে কমায়। ধরেন গ্রামে যদি আমরা মোর নন ফার্ম করি এগ্রিকালচারের বিপরীতে, সো কিভাবে আমাদের ঢাকায় মাইগ্রেশনটা কমে। ইট ইজ ইন মানে ডিস্ট্রিক্ট থেকে ঢাকায় আসছে, ইটস নট লাইক অ্যাব্রড, লাইক নট লাইক আউটসাইড বাংলাদেশ, রাইট? ইনসাইড বাংলাদেশ। সো এখানে আমরা যেই যেই ফাইন্ডিংস গুলা দিয়েছি, সো বেসিক্যালি আমি ডেটার সাইডটা দেখেছি। সো আমি আপনাকে আমাদের ডেটার সাইডটা বলতে পারবো। সো আমরা দেখেছিলাম হায়েস্ট এর অ্যারাউন্ড 2016 পুরাটাই, এবং ইকোনমিক সেন্সাস 2013। সো আমরা দুইটা ডাটা ম্যাচ করেছি, মার্চ করেছি, দেন হাইসের 2016 ইন্টারেস্টিংলি দে ইউজ টু started the variables of migration আর কি। সো ওই মাইগ্রেশনটা নিয়ে আমরা মূলত পুরো পেপারটা লিখেছি। আপনাদেরকে আমি কুইকলি আমার ম্যাপিং এ চলে যাচ্ছি। সো এই যে ম্যাপটা করেছি, এটা একটা হিট ম্যাপ, এবং এই জিনিসটা যখন আমি করতে পারছি, আমার নিজের কাছেই একটা মজা লেগেছে। লাইক ইটস আ ফান when something kicks in, your you have a dopamine effect always. So এ ধরনের ম্যাপ আমি ফার্স্ট টাইম বানিয়েছি যে সময়, লাইক অ্যারাউন্ড 2018। আমি টি ম্যাপ ইউজ করছি আরে, এবং এই এই টুলটা করতে আমার মনে হয় অনেক সময় লেগেছে আমার। বাট আই হ্যাভ দি কোড নাও, and আমি এটা জানি। সো ইটস এ স্কিল দ্যাট ইউ অলওয়েজ নিড টু গেইন, রাইট? তো এখানে যে জিনিসটা বলা হচ্ছে যে বাংলাদেশের ইউনিয়ন লেভেলে ম্যাপ, ইটস ভেরি ভেরি অনেক গ্রাউন্ডার লেভেলে করা হয়েছে। সো এবং এস্টাবলিশমেন্ট পার 100। সো আমরা সেন্সাস থেকে পুরো ডেটাটা নিয়েছি, এবং বাংলাদেশের কোথায় কোথায় এস্টাবলিশমেন্ট বলতে দোকানপাট, আপনার মুদি দোকান, ছোটখাটো দোকান, বড় বড় কোম্পানি, যা যা আছে সবকিছু এই ম্যাপে দেখা যাচ্ছে। সো এখানে আবার গোল করা জিনিসগুলা, এগুলো করোনার টাইমের ইফেক্ট। সো ইটস লাইক আই আই মিন when the migrants move from one side to another side, right? So সেম থিং, দিজ আর দ্য এমপ্লয়িজ। ওইটা ছিল এস্টাবলিশমেন্টদের, এটা এমপ্লয়িজ এর সেম ম্যাপ। আর এটা হচ্ছে আপনার ক্লাস্টার জোন ক্যাম্প। সো এই পুরো জিনিসটা দেখানোর একমাত্র উদ্দেশ্য হচ্ছে জাস্ট একটা জিনিসই, যে মাইক্রো ডেটা সেটস ইজ ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট। এবং আপনারা যদি মাইক্রো ডেটা সেটস নিয়ে কাজ করেন, দেয়ার আর মেনি পেপার্স which you can really study micro data sets নিয়ে। Um, এবং all of the data sets are probably আপনার ওকে, আরেকটা জিনিস মেনশন করা খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট, সেটা হচ্ছে the ethics on data. So whenever you buy data, you should contact BBS and buy it legally, right? So that is আমার একটা বলা দরকার। So আপনার ডেটাটা সোর্স থেকে বিবিএস থেকে পাবেন, then you should start work on it. So um, mapping mapping approach, ম্যাপিং ইজ ভেরি গুড টেকনিক। আপনারা যখনই এটা ইউজ করা শিখবেন, আই থিঙ্ক ইউর এমপ্লয়াবিলিটি উইল কিক ইন। আপনাদের রিসার্চ স্কিলসও বেড়ে যাবে। সো ম্যাপ করেছিলাম আমি বেসিক্যালি টি ম্যাপ নামে একটা প্যাকেজ আছে আরে। নাওডেজ পিপল ইউজ আরজিআইএস। আরজিআইএস ও সহজ, আরজিআইএস ও আপনি খুব সহজে শিখতে পারবেন। দেয়ার আর মেনি ইউটিউব টিউটোরিয়ালস অন আরজিআইএস। সো আপনাদের সবার জন্য আমার কিছু আইডিয়া আমি এখানে শেয়ার করেছি, যে পোটেনশিয়াল কিছু রিসার্চ পেপার এখানে আমি ইনক্লুড করেছি। আপনাদেরকে আমি স্লাইডটা শেয়ার করতে।
Bhaiya, sorry to interrupt. It's a very enriching discussion right now, but keeping the time constraint in mind, I would request you to conclude shortly, maybe
Okay,
within
give me
the
2 minutes. I'm just about to end. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Sure.
So there are few economic writing papers আমি আমার স্লাইডে অ্যাড করেছি, আপনারা এই স্লাইডটা পড়তে পারেন। অলসো কিভাবে আপনাদের ইকোনমিক পেপারস গুলো প্রেজেন্ট করতে হবে, কিছু টপিক আছে এখানে। সো I will share this whole PDF file to you. So in general, if there is any question, just ask me. If you can email me whatever codings আপনাদের দরকার হয়। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ আমাকে এরকম একটা সুযোগ দেওয়ার জন্য আজকে কথা বলার। আই হোপ আপনাদেরকে কিছু ইনফরমেশন আমি দিতে পেরেছি। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ।
Thank you, Rejwanul. It was very informative. I hope our young researchers have a good idea about data and potential ideas, and hopefully they'll communicate with you for further information. Now, let me invite Saiful Islam, Research Associate Deputy, to give his talk. Saiful, you'll have 20 minutes.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I am audible. Am I audible? Okay, thank you,
Yes.
Dim sir, for giving me the platform. Today, I will present you a short policy brief. Let me share my screen first. Okay, today I will present a short policy brief, which will be published in our in our in our next policy brief, which will titled as "Does Quality Matter for Bangladesh in Gaining Higher Price for apparel export in the EU and USA market?" Before starting my presentation, I want to share some of the graph which will present in our current situation in the USA and EU market. As you can see in the USA market, our top exporting product in apparel, which is man or boys trouser and short, which is a cotton product, and you can see that the Bangladesh is the second least price receiver than any other top exporting supplier in the USA market. Although Turkey is receiving a highest exporting price this item. And if we move on in the EU market, we can see that Bangladesh is receiving the least price in the EU market for its top exporting product, which is boys t-shirt. So what is the reason behind this? Although Bangladesh is the second largest apparel exporter in the EU market, and Bangladesh is increasing its export share in the USA market, but we are lagging behind than the other supplier in receiving the higher prices. So as we can see in the fiscal year 2023, Bangladesh exported 23 billion RMG products, of which 50% in the EU and 20% in the USA. Although these are our major export destination, we are receiving a lower export price. And as we can see, a report on ITC shows that our product has been lower valued by the importer, and it's up to 32% to 83% lower than the highest price paid by the supplier. And some of the literature previously cited that as a rich country gets higher unit price for their export price. So we want to know whether as we are a least developed country receiving a lower price, or there are another thing like as quality. We are lag behind in quality, so we are receiving lower prices. So what is the reason behind these lower prices? This policy brief will explore this matter. Before going forward, I want to introduce something that as we are getting GSP preference in EU, we can charge higher pre-export price, which means that net export price will be higher if we get tariff liberalization in EU than other suppliers. But this advantage can make us better off than other supplier like as competitive aids. But we can see that Ludema in 2026 cited that for exporting countries take more export price from importing countries by upgrading their product quality if the tariff is reduced for the importing country. And in 2022, we can see that other paper cited that a tariff reduction doesn't always lead to higher export price. They formulated a theoretical model where he can say that for a country who receive low tariff rate induce a export price to reduce their product quality. So Bangladesh is receiving a lower price. Is there any dilemma that we are reducing our product quality? Although the local exporter saying that they are increasing their product quality, although they are receiving a very low prices than other supplier. So for this dilemma, we want to introduce a quality adjusted price. Now, what is quality adjusted price? Quality adjusted price means that a country inherently receives the price for their product if all exporting countries provide the same quality and brand. Like let's say a t-shirt is exported to EU by Bangladesh and Vietnam. Although the product is same, if we consider, then Bangladesh and Vietnam both provide the same quality. What will be valued by the consumer of food? What will be the pay if the quality will be same? if we can find that despite of the same quality, what are the consumer of EU and USA pay to us, we can conclude that whether the quality is the matter or the other things, like as we are the EU and USA consumer valued less to our product. So for estimating quality adjusted price, we followed Hayek and Khandalal for estimating quality adjusted price. As we can see that for quality estimating quality adjusted price, we use normal demand function. Where the introduction behind this, if a country purchase more quantity, there can be two things. One, if the price is lower, the importing country will increase their importing quantity, and if the product is providing higher quality, then importing country will induce to buy more product conditional on price. So in this demand function, we introduce a tariff rate, as we see that the Hayek says that for low tariff rate, the exporting country provide a lower quality product. So for the consumer price, we introduce pre-tariff price times tariff rate, which will gives us the consumer price. And we also incorporate some of the fixed effect, like as product fixed effect and country and time fixed effect. After that, if the price is lower, if the effect of price is considered, then the residual term will give us the quality or other branding or market power, which will induce a country, importing country, to purchase more product. So we will estimate product quality from this residual by simply dividing by the sigma, which is which representing in this constant elasticity of substitution. We use constant elasticity of substitution by 4, which is used by Khandalal in his paper. He also used this CS is equal to 4 for apparel exporting countries. And we use UCOMXT data and US ITC data for estimating this model at 8-digit level. Also, for estimating this quality adjusted price, we consider 24 available country for the EU and 168 countries USA, and our time covering in the 21st century available for available data. Here you can see that in the EU, the product 6109100 considers a boys t-shirt, which is the top exporting product in the EU market. And you can see there is two graph which represent a quality unadjusted export price. As I mentioned earlier, that quality unadjusted export price is the pre-export price which the exporter actually received. And this is the quality adjusted price if we consider all the countries provide same quality and brand and etc. product for their product. We can see that for this product, Bangladesh is receiving the lower quality adjusted export price. Despite the fact Bangladesh is also receiving a lower quality unadjusted export price. And you can see from this graph that the China, which is the highest quality adjusted export price receiver, is getting a lower quality unadjusted export. What does that mean? That means that despite the major exporter in the EU, China is getting a low quality unadjusted export price for this product, because China is moving their export to the non-cotton, where Bangladesh is producing a product which is a cotton product. Another thing is the Cambodia, which is also receiving a GSP preference, although their GSP preference has been eliminated in 2020 for some not maintaining their labor right. And we can see that Cambodia is receiving a higher quality unadjusted export price despite of their lower quality adjusted price, which means that Cambodia is increasing their quality for getting a higher quality unadjusted export price in the EU market. but Bangladesh is lag behind that. But Bangladesh is also increasing their quality, but it is not up to the mark than other suppliers. Another thing, another product is product 611300099, which is the second highest top exporting product by Bangladesh in the EU market, uh, uh, representing that the Bangladesh, which is getting the lowest quality adjusted price uh, uh, along with Cambodia. But Bangladesh is getting a quality unadjusted export price greater than India, whereas India is also getting a higher quality adjusted export price than Bangladesh, which means that Bangladesh increased their product quality as much that they also overcome India. So quality is a very different issue that if we want to get a higher price in the EU market, we have to maintain a higher quality, despite the fact that we are having a GSP preference in the EU, but we also have to get a higher quality to come up with a higher quality unadjusted price in the EU market. In this figure, I only mentioned 3 countries, and you can see that Cambodia, Bangladesh, and there is a significant difference between China, Bangladesh, and Cambodia. But you can see that Bangladesh is catching up with China, whereas Cambodia is overthrow the China and showing their supremacy in quality for this particular 2 products. So being LDC, Bangladesh and Cambodia, we are lag behind Cambodia by not providing the quality enough to follow the Cambodia. Although China is highly valued by the EU consumer, their product has been receiving lower quality unadjusted export price. So in summary, what we have observed in this graph, we observed a steady growth in the quality of Chinese apparel product in the EU market, likely because most of the Bangladeshi top export product are cotton based, while China is producing high quality non-cotton apparel product. China and Turkey consistently receiving higher quality adjusted price for almost all top exporting products in Bangladesh. But Bangladesh and Cambodia received the lowest. But a paper in 2021 noted that poorer countries get lower quality adjusted price due to consumer valuation, as the Bangladesh and Cambodia is valued lower than other exporting countries. So the statement is valid in the case of EU and USA market for Bangladesh and Cambodia as well. Although Bangladesh received Cambodia received almost the same quality adjusted price as Bangladesh, but it commanded higher quality unadjusted price in the EU market, delivering a superior quality. Another noteworthy issue is that Cambodia's GSP preference has been eliminated in 2020, and their quality unadjusted export price has been declined in the recent time. So it will be alarming issue for Bangladesh, as Bangladesh is graduating from LDC, and by 2029 our GSP preference will be eliminated completely. So after the erosion of GSP preference, we have nothing but increase of to get a higher price. We have to increase our quality. As we know that in EU, Bangladesh is getting a GSP preference, but in the USA market, Bangladesh has no relative competitive advantage. So in USA market, we have to compete with other supplier by increasing the product quality if we provide the same product. As we can see, for 6203425 is the top exporting product for Bangladesh in the USA market. The quality adjusted for Bangladesh is very low, which means that also USA consumer valued this product, valued Bangladeshi product is lower than other supplier, but Bangladesh managed to get a higher price. Bangladesh managed to get a higher price than China, but lag behind than the other countries. This means that Bangladesh in USA market is competing with a better quality than other countries. So in USA market, we can also see for product 610510, we can see that except for China, all of the countries provide the same quality at the export price. But only Bangladesh is receiving the lower quality unadjusted export price, which means that Bangladesh is not providing the enough quality to get a higher price in the USA market. So from this summary, we can say that in the USA market, we are competing with other producer by providing better quality. So we have to ensure enough quality to get a higher quality unadjusted export price, which means the actual price. If we comparison between quality adjusted and unadjusted export price in the both EU and USA market, we find two products. We at this disaggregate level, this product is the top 10 exporting product of both EU and USA market distribution. And we can see that in EU we are getting higher quality unadjusted by or actual price for t-shirt, but our quality adjusted price is higher in USA market, which means that t-shirt is highly valued in USA but not in EU. But we are getting higher price in EU. Most probably we are getting a GSP preference in EU, not in USA, so we are getting a higher price for in the EU market. So it is an alarming situation for us. If the GSP preference is completely eliminated, we can also our export price will also deteriorate further. For this product, we can see this is a brassiere is a non-cotton product, which is for in the EU market we get $3.68, and the USA market we got $2.21. The difference between these two is very high, which means that in the EU we can get a higher price for non-cotton product than USA. So we should diversify our apparel export basket for getting a higher export price as well. So what will be the policy recommendation to get a higher export price in the both export destination or the major export destination? So we must ensure superior product quality to get a higher price in the EU and USA. Another thing is that attracting FDI. As we already see that Cambodia is getting a higher price, and Vietnam gets higher price than Bangladesh. Well, though these two countries attract FDI in their apparel export, but our local R&D exporter couldn't able to enough FDI to attract to in our apparel export. So we are lagging market power. If we can attract more FDI in our apparel export, we can gain higher price if we have higher market power by attracting FDI. If we can create many bilateral, multilateral FTA with our major export destination, we can also get this preference, which will get our higher price. As we say that this preference will be a dead end for us. Another thing is that strengthening our backward linkage, which can help us to produce quality enhanced product and high quality adjusted price as well. If the product has strong backward linkage, then the consumer will value our product less. As ITC report said, this consumer are not paying less, but they are paying more for those products which are quality food. Another thing is that integrating technology throughout the supply chain. As we are supplying our supply chain is not well. If we develop our supply chain well and reduce our lead time, we can also bargain with our importer well and get a higher price like as other exporter in this EU and USA market. Another thing is that keep technology updated by learning from the other R&D exporter or competitor, which are Vietnam and Cambodia. to ensure a high value quality and high exporting price. Thank you all for listening to listening. Hope you will have some question. I will try to answer all of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Saiful, for your presentation. So now we will have our open discussion. If you have any question to one of our presenters today,
Sorry,
you
I have
can profile. Yes.
my question is directed towards Rezwan Bhai. Thank you for the insightful session, and thank you also for bringing the practicality of your work. Actually, I wanted to ask a particular question regarding the instrumental variable. It has been always my curiosity how to develop an instrumental variable. Is it always you have to read a lot of stuff and develop one, and also other than the econometric requirements the two econometric requirements that we have to meet, and other than those we have to meet any other practical requirements or and and that you use the opportunities, right, as a proxy for income, and the establishment also as a proxy for opportunities. So what actually motivated you to use them as a proxy for income, non-farm income? Thank you.
Thank you, Tofal. Anyone else? We have one question from Samia. One question from Fabia to Rejwanul. So we generally understand BIHS and HIS as being household level data sets. Can you mention the core characteristics of micro data sets that differentiate them from household data? So I hope you got the question, Rejwanul.
Hey, thank you so much.
Let
First
me
question. Yeah.
first take all the questions, then we can get back to you and Saif. I have some observation as well. Anyone else has any question to Rejwanul and Saiful?
Hello, sir. I'd like to ask a question as well. This is Samiha. So my question is for Mr. Saiful. Uh, Actually, from my recent visit to
Samia,
an iron
your
factory,
audio is breaking.
I have learned that uh, uh, many of the RMB factories fail bid or to bid because of that is the cost of gain. So he has mentioned the ability to. Sorry,
Your
sir.
audio
Hello,
is breaking. Samia, your audio is
can you hear me?
yes, now it's better.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you hear me now?
Your audio is not clear. Can you please write down
Hello.
the question? Yeah. Please,
Hello, sir.
yeah, please write your question in the meeting chat. Your sound is breaking. Anyone else? Any questions to our presenters? I have one question to Rejwanul. So you have shown us very interesting mapping. So one thing very striking is that the number of establishment per 100 people is more in like Khulna area and in northern part where you have more river erosion and other issues. Those are poor regions. So I'm just wondering how it is possible that there are more employment opportunities there in those poor areas, and why actually your graph shows that. I have another observation for Saiful. So what you have shown us that Bangladesh received a lower quality adjusted price. But then you are suggesting all your policy recommendation is how to improve the quality. But if Bangladesh receives lower quality adjusted price, then is it very effective to increase quality or rather invest on branding Bangladesh so that they will get more price even with the same quality what they are producing right now? So I'm just wondering how you actually relate your findings with the policy suggestion. Okay, any other question from our audience? Any question, any comment, any feedback, any observation? Okay, then let me get back to Rejwanul first, then go back to Saiful.
Thank you so much. The questions are really fascinating. This first question is regarding IV. So, as far as I got you correct, you are asking which IV to select and why our IV selection was basically that EST, right? Because justification of IV is very tricky, and it is, if you study the methods of IV, there are Hostman tests, there are many other tests that justifies, but also you need a logical interpretation of IV to use. The reason we used IV is because that IV was pretty strong. It was from the census, and most of the previous authors used the same. So that's quite a strong reason for you to use. And I don't know what also you wanted to mention, that instrument variable has, yeah, there are many alternatives platform that you can use IV. So recent literatures in IVs are changing. Right now, people are using machine learning IVs. So one of my core PhD topic of research is to create a toolkit for these machine learning IVs. So that's a very good question. That's core related to my field. Thank you. Second question from Saida Fabia Tasnim is that, if I may repeat, my question is to you, that we generally understand BIHS and ISR being household level dataset. Can you mention the core characteristics? So when we say micro datasets, is basically that has been surveyed individual level or household level. So most of the data sets that BIHS used, they have a PSU number. They have done it in individual household level. So that's why we call them micro data set. There is no differentiation. There is no strong differentiation. And even if you like look at the granular level, like I mean, researchers study, right? Researchers study both household, they collapse in household. Also, they study geographical level. Because individually, micro data sets give a representative data sets. It's not like 100%, right? So it's a representative data set. So we call it, that's why micro. I hope I answered your question. Thank you. The last question, I think, is really very wonderful from Dr. Dean Islam. Thank you so much for this question. When we were mapping whole Bangladesh in terms of 100, because we took 100 population per establishments, right? So your question was why rural areas have higher establishments, if I'm not mistaken, right? So I mean, it's For my own understanding, I believe that due to concentration, I think like those areas people migrate a lot, and we, as a policy, from a policy perspective, I think those establishments are less used. People generally migrate a lot to Dhaka. And I mean, the whole concentration of the paper was to provide local employment opportunities, right, to reduce migration. And when we found out that Khulna areas have more density, more per establishments higher, it was also a very intriguing finding for us. So we presented the data, and we kind of have that understanding that the population are migrating hugely to Dhaka. So amount of people, those who can work, those who are reporting that they are working, they're less in coal areas. And the people, those who are more in Dhaka, that's reporting higher numbers. So that's probably one of the reasons that I think that could be.
Thank you, Rajwanu,
Hmm.
for your interesting responses. Now, Saiful, if you can briefly respond to your question.
Thank you, sir, for asking me the question. Your question was whether the increasing quality is very relevant policy recommendation in my paper. I want to demonstrate our quality adjusted price first. In our estimation model, we estimate the relative quality for each of the individual country. After estimating the relative quality, we subtract it from the actual price. So this means the quality adjusted price, if the shirt is produced in Bangladesh, it will be representing the inherently price of Bangladesh and for Vietnam. And whether a consumer in EU choose Bangladeshi product over Vietnam is depend on how they value the Bangladeshi product and Vietnam. So here in quality adjusted price, we consider zero quality. Although it cannot be quality less product, but we consider the quality will be eliminated from the actual price. What will be the intensified? If you can see the graph that the quality adjusted price is very low, so that means that the product is valued by the consumer of EU and USA for the respective supplier. So if you can want to bargain for a higher price, then you have to have a bargaining power, or you have to produce a higher quality for gaining a higher price. So my policy recommendation for this is that if we can produce a higher quality product, then we can get a higher price like as other exporter. We are increasing our quality, but not enough than other supplier like as Cambodia. Is it clear, sir?
Okay, I think there was another question. Samiha.
Hello, sir. Am I audible now?
Yeah. Now it's better. Yes.
Okay, sir. So my question is to Saiful. From a recent visit, from one of my recent visit to an RMG factory, I have learned that they cannot win a lot of bids due to their cost of making. They are saying that their cost of making is higher than the older times. Like recently, the wages have increased because of a lot of labor laws, and they have to pay more for the overtime as well. So as the cost of making has increased, and also they cannot install new technologies in the old buildings. If the building is very old, the procedure or the laws for installing new technologies that can save their electricity bill or energy in any other way, and that is very hard for them. So in that case, if the cost of making is already high, and so they have to bid for a higher price as well, which eventually make them lose the bid. So my question is, how can we actually increase the quality and ask for a higher price just for the quality, additional quality, not, our other costs can be minimized, and then we can ask for a better price for the quality only. But we also have to make sure if the cost of making is also low compared to our other competitors. So yes, my point is, if he has any policy recommendation for minimizing the cost of making, and then adjust the quality. Thank you.
Thank you, Samya Chaudhary. It's a very interesting question, and it's a, I want to answer your question in a very different way. I already told the policy recommendation for your question, which is attracting FDI to the RNG. As you can see, I already show a graph that Turkey is getting a higher price for their product. What the reason behind these higher prices? And I see that their production cost is very high, and their currency is fluctuating day by day, and so they have to increase their price so that they can sustain their free on board price. But also they are losing their market share. But in this case, if RNG exporter can bid for a higher price only if they can attract foreign RNG FDI RNG FDI they can attract FDI to RNG sector. If let's say that the EU and USA investing to our RNG export, and they are investing in our industry, what can that mean? That they will also buy product from us and they invest in our industry. So they will give the higher price if they invest in our industry, so that they will it will be a win-win situation for if they buy from the Bangladeshi exporter, then Vietnam, if they invest in our RNG exporting industry. Like as in the Cambodia, most of the FDI are directly to their RNG exporting industry. So they have higher market power, and this market power eventually get them a higher price. So a quality along with market power can ensure a higher price. Is it clear? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Saiful. So I'd like to request now to our executive director, sir, Yusuf sir, if you can share your thoughts on our today's presentation. Sir.
No, thank you very much. I think we are thankful to Saiful and Rajan for their wonderful deliberations. Both the presentations are useful from the perspective of because we are using microdata, and our young researcher, and also there are some students from different universities. They joined. I think the importance of microdata and also utilization of microdata, sources of microdata, so they will be benefited, and also from Saiful's presentations, because we are very much concerned about our ready-made garment sector and also our potential export issues, and who are our competitors, and how we can increase our competitiveness in the world market. So I think both the presentations are useful. Our young researcher and also students, they have been enormously benefited. And once again, I thanks Rajan and Saiful for their very wonderful presentations, and hope Rajan, you will be continuing providing support because people like you are the people, the young researchers. They also they have a dream to do their higher studies in university from any good university in North America and other part of the world. So they really will be encouraged by seeing you and also listening your presentations. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your voice comment. So I would just like to remind all of you here that this platform is for you, and we'd like to promote a young researcher from outside Dhaka. It's very appreciable that you are joining from the different parts of this country, and would like to encourage you. We'd like to provide this opportunity to you to share your idea, your presentation with us, to get feedback and to connect with other researchers working in the same field and same issue. So having said that, I'd like to thank and appreciate Redwanul and Saiful's time and their presentation. So Redwanul has provided a lot of resources, and he also shared research ideas, probably some of his own ideas. So you can also have some fresh ideas, and you have the data sources. So if you are interested, if you are passionate about research, then it's a very good starting place for you. So if you want to connect further with any one of our researchers, please let us know. We can connect you with our presenters today. And if you want to present your work in progress in our future webinar, you are most welcome. So having said that, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Zara, if we can end the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Zara, over to you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I hope you had a very insightful discussion today. So as Dean Sir already mentioned, do feel free to share your own work with us. We are more than happy to promote your work and get you connected to the wider network of researchers. So thank you so much, everyone. Good night. Have a good night. We end the meeting here.